What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors and thrivers. There's some thrivers out there of this disorder and the traits that come along with it and the traits that come along with not the disorder, just toxic traits in general. Today's episode is going to be about how narcissistic people think that you are hurting yourself. They do. This is the narcissistic mindset. They think that you are hurting yourself. They don't this is a way that narcissistic people, like in our minds, we do our own mental gymnastics to avoid accountability and to avoid shame in our own minds. But narcissistic people, we really, truly think you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your own feelings. Sometimes they will say it out loud. You took it the wrong way. You hurt your own feelings. I didn't mean it that way. Sorry, you interpreted me wrong. You heard that wrong. You're so sensitive. I'm telling you, narcissistic people invalidate your feelings by telling you that you hurt your own feelings, that you're hurting yourself. And this is the main reason why, y'all, because you stay with them. It's as simple as that right there. The longer you stay with them, like the more you complain about the same thing and the more that it doesn't change, the longer that you stay with them in this toxic situation, whatever the situation is, the more they think that you are okay with the behavior. So if it's not that bad, if it was that bad, you would leave. So it's not that bad. So you are taking the information, you're perceiving it wrong, and you're hurting your own self. Because you know who I am now. We've been together X amount of years. We've been married or whatever. We've been together X amount of years. I'm your parent or whatever. You know what to expect from me now. You absolutely know who I'm going to be. You know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to bring to the table in this relationship. And yet you stay. So you must be hurting yourself because you stay. That's literally the mindset. Because you stay with me. And you know what I am, you know who I am, you know what I'm going to do. And this goes even further if you know about narcissism. If you know about narcissism, you know about the personality disorder, and you stay with that person and they know that you've called them out on it and you stay. Yeah, I'm just telling you, that's how our mind works. Narcissistic people justify their behaviors by your presence with them, with us. They just do. That's part of it right there. Justification through presence. Like you're here, right? So if you're here, you must want to be here. So you must be hurting yourself. So you're hurting yourself. So you should fix yourself. You should go to therapy, not me. You go sit in the therapist chair and work on yourself because me personally am doing all of the other stuff. Like I'm not hurting you. I'm just telling you, narcissistic people, the mental gymnastics. So many people asking me, do narcissists feel guilt and remorse for what they've done? Do they ever regret what they've done to you? Do they regret it? Yeah, sometimes. But are they going to truly apologize for it, to make consistent changes and alter their behaviors for you? They're highly unlikely. And narcissistic people, as far as guilt is concerned, I've said this before, y'all, but my therapist told me, she's like, Lee, what she says to Bond, she's like, describe how you feel guilt. Describe guilt for me. Do you feel guilty? I was like, I will feel guilty in the moment. Like whenever what happens. I feel moments of guilt. It's kind of like flashes. I would feel guilty and it would suck and I'll be remorseful. I'm like, dang, this sucks. But almost immediately, the way my brain is set up, my brain would start to fight off that accountability. It's like a sword fight, literally like a sword fight in my head. It's like, get back up, accountability, back, back up. And then my mind would start, to do those mental gymnastics and blame the other person for what I did to them. It's like, you know what? My actions came from their actions. So if they wouldn't have done this to me, I wouldn't have said that to them. I didn't just walk into the house talking trash. They said this to me. They knew they was going to trigger me. So I said this to them. It's their fault. My mind does that. So if y'all break up the narcissistic person, you catch them cheating on you, because cheating is the easiest thing I talk about. You catch them cheating on you, or you catch them with a whole different bank account. You catch them with a whole different family. You catch them in a huge monumental lie, just an unforgivable lie. They might feel some shame and remorse in that moment, but later on, they're going to do the mental gymnastics and they're going to release it. and blame. They're going to release it by blaming you. They're absolutely going to do it. That's how the narcissistic mind works. That's how the mind works, y'all. I try to tell people, I try to put it into your mind. I try to put it into people's heads that this is how our minds work. I want people to heal, and I want people to heal and grow and things like that. But a lot of people get caught up in these situations where they don't know what to do next. You know what I mean? Because if that narcissist is blaming you, if they're dead set on blaming you, then they're going to continue to blame you because you continue to stay with them. You continue to give them chance after chance after chance for the same thing over and over and over again. How much more forgiveness do you have in you? How much more forgiveness do you have in you? Because they're going to drain it from you. They're going to take your emotional resources and they're going to drain it until you have nothing left. You're going to have nothing left when you're dealing with these narcissistic people. I'm just telling you straight up. Narcissists and toxic people, they do not care about how you feel. They do not care about what you think. They do not, they just don't care. I try to put it in people's heads. They do not care about, if you stay with them, they do not care about how you feel. They just absolutely do not. They do not care about how you feel. I need to make that clear one more time. They do not care about how you feel if you continue to stay with them. And that's with absolute certainty right there. They don't care. Like, they'll act like they care. They'll give you these little blanket ass apologies, whatever. But your presence, the longer you stay with them, the more they blame you for staying there. I'm just so a lot of narcissistic people, we don't feel like we are deserving of love. That's just a truth. That's just a truth fact right there. Like, we don't feel like we're deserving of love. So how could you love me? You know, how could you love me through all this craziness? So you must be hurting yourself. There's a whole different video. I know I'm going off topic right now, but let me circle it back. The longer you stay in these relationships, the more they blame you for the pain that you experience. Your tears probably make them mad. You're going to waste a lot more time, effort, and energy trying to get them to understand that they hurt you. When I told you before, they know that they're hurting you. They know that they're treating you badly, but they blame you because you're still here. And I'm not telling you to leave. I'm just saying, to put it this way, y'all. Put it this way right here. 5 years from now, just close your eyes and fast forward 5 years from now in the future. Nothing, absolutely nothing has changed in the way that this person is treating you. They haven't gotten better. The apologies have gotten fewer and further in between. Your feelings still have not been validated. Nothing in your relationship has gotten better. Nothing. That person that you're dealing with has not changed, not one bit. If anything, they've gotten a little worse. They've gotten more comfortable in the relationship and how they treat you and how they talk to you. 5 years is July 16th, 2027. Are you completely happy in your life, or you feel like you made a mistake? Think about it like that. Are you completely happy with your decision to stay in this relationship for 5 years? Because a lot of people focus on the present and you don't see 5 years down the road. 5 years, nothing has changed. Are you happy? Nothing has changed. Are you happy, or do you feel like you wasted time? Again, I know it's harder to get past these things if you do decide to leave. But 5 years from now, if absolutely nothing has changed, would you be happy with your decision to remain in this relationship dynamic? Whatever it is. Whatever it is. If it's your parent, I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you, again, I'm not telling you cut your parents off. You can go low contact, no contact, whatever. You don't have to change up any contact at all. You can just not talk to them. I mean, you can just go about your life the way you've been going about it. But if 5 years down the road, nothing has changed, do you see yourself being happy? Are you a happy person? Because that narcissistic person, because they haven't changed. If anything, I'm telling you, if anything, they're probably going to get worse in these circumstances, in these situations. So you have to be okay with picking you and choosing you, whatever that looks like, y'all. Again, I'm not telling y'all to leave. Like, Lee tell everybody to leave, but he married, blah blah blah, boo 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 boo. No, they don't tell everybody to leave. They tell people to pick themselves and choose happiness. What does happiness look like to you? It just does, because narcissistic people, they're going to make themselves happy by blaming you. They're going to skirt accountability by blaming you. They're going to blame you for hurting yourself. You're hurting your own feelings because they say something, and you know what they meant. They'll say something evil to you, and then your feelings start. You get hurt. You get angry. You might cry, or whatever, and they'll just like, oh, there you go, get emotional. I didn't mean it that way. You took it that way. Again, they'll call you the C word, the B word, whatever word, whatever letter word in front of your face, and expecting you to take it a different way. You're hurting your own feelings by the words that I said. But that's a narcissistic mindset, y'all. So I might have to hop off here. I got a one-on-one already, so I keep looking over here. Look at my Zoom right here. I know I do my one-on-ones over Zoom. Y'all see my Zoom set up right there? Boom, boom, boom. I'm on Zoom. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental healness is out. Peace.